Hello? Hello? Oh, finally, managed to get to you. Well, hello. You must be our new guild member. I am Professor Salix, and welcome to the world of Pokémon. Now, as I'm sure you're already aware, this region, much like all the others in the world, inhabited high to toe with wonderful creatures that we know as Pokémon. These wonderful beasts can mean a lot of things to different people. Some people treat them as pets, others treat them as battle-worthy allies, but most importantly, we treat them as our companions in life. And here, in the lush, lovely region of Cryoto, that is no more apparent. Normally, elsewhere in other regions, there is a Pokémon League that bring Pokémon and people closer together. Here in Cryoto, we have something a little different. We have special Pokémon guilds, an entire group of dedicated Pokémon trainers who dedicate themselves to bring order to their local homes, and, above all, help keep the region safe. These special Pokémon guilds are normally run by guild masters, at which I am one of them, which is why I decided to personally congratulate you for joining our operations here in Robintown. As a member of my guild, it will be your job to help keep the peace, and accept help whenever it is needed. Now, if you don't mind me asking, what exactly is your name? So, you say your name is Player, is that correct? Are you sure that your name is Player? Very well then, Player. Right, I understand that you do not yet have a Pokémon of your own. Luckily, I have one for you to pick when you pop by the guild later today. Once you are there, I will be happy to accept you, along with a bunch of other trainers who will also be getting their guild licenses. With that said, I'll see you then. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my What If Pokémon Region series, Pokémon Science and Magic. Just as a bit of a heads up, I will be breaking the fourth wall now and again to explain extra details that normally can't be explained through dialogue or characters. Also, forgive some of the horrible impressions of characters that I may make throughout this series. Since no matter which character will be on screen, I'll be voicing all of them. So yeah, forgive me. Anyway, in your naturally lovely home of Robintown, there's not really that much to do, outside of looking a few buildings. Other than that, there's your house, where your mother lives, a Pokémon Center, and a fairly large furniture store that is pretty much the pride and joy of the city. There you can buy plenty of knickknacks, rare items, and other basic house appliances brought to you by Nidoqueen, one of the region's biggest companies. As your journey will progress, you can continue to come back here if you so wish to see what interesting looking items will be added to the store. Other than that, there's not really much else to see except for this town's Pokémon Guild, run by Professor Salix. Speaking of which, here he comes now. Hello there. Are you lost? Wait a minute. Oh, of course, it's you, Player! I'm sorry, I can be quite forgetful. I take it you're trying to find your way to my guild? Don't worry if you're lost. I can be quite forgetful myself, you know. Come with me, I'll take you there. In fact, while you're at it, you'll be able to meet some of the other guild members who will be joining at the same time as you. A perfect opportunity to meet some new friends, don't you think? Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Robintown Guild. Also, side note, I know it's a guild from Fairy Tail, but I'm using it as an example, so sue me. Regardless, as for what this guild is named, Well, believe it or not, that's up to you. Basically, around this time, the professor will mention the guild's name, and at that point, you're free to give this guild whatever name you want. But for the sake of this series, we will be calling it the Poképals Guild. Because why not? Anyway, moving on. Here we are, your homes away from home. Welcome to the Poképals Guild. And what do you know? Here are the other two members that will be joining you. This is Rachel and Loki. Oh, so you must be the new trainer. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name's Rachel. It's always lovely to meet new people. I hope that we can become friends during our time here. If I'm being perfectly honest, am a little nervous. I've been a Pokemon trainer for a while, but I've never really joined something like a guild before. I just hope that during my time here I can prove myself to be useful. Oh, for goodness sake, Rachel, we get it. Nobody cares. Can we just skip to the part where we get our guild's licenses already? I've already wasted enough time as it is, and I want to take this new Pokemon out for a spin. Loki, shame on you. All I was trying to do was introduce myself. There's nothing wrong with being polite, you know. Being polite means that you have an excuse to waste everyone's time. Then I think that there is something wrong with it, princess. Ugh, goodness, how rude. I don't know why you even bother joining this guild. After all, places like this were formed to help people, so you're going to need to be nice. I'm afraid that Rachel has a point, Loki. No one's going to want to accept help from someone with an attitude like yours. If you do want to be a part of this guild, you're going to have to keep that in check. Yes, Professor. Look, can I just get my guild license already? And get going? Just hold on a little longer, Loki. I promised Player here that I'd give him a starter Pokemon. He doesn't really have one yet, you see. Of course, more excuses to rot away in a single spot. You've waited since you were 10 to join this guild, so I'm sure you can wait a little longer. Besides, not everyone is up to your standards. Of course not. Whatever, just hurry up. I'm going to check my Pokemon for the time being. I'm really sorry about him, Player. He means well, he's just got a bit of an attitude. Can't say I blame him. Oh, right, anyway, new Pokemon. I have 3 for you to choose from. Make sure you take good care of them. These mons are very rare to find in this region. So I hope you appreciate the lengths I got to in order to get these Pokemon. Right, here you go then. Your first choice is Lialinx, the Wildcat Pokemon. If you're interested in picking this fella, just be a little careful. He may look cute and sweet, but he can be a bit of a mischievous little runt. Using both its swift speed and perfect prowling skills to either ambush its prey, or just to have some mischievous fun. The oddly shaped ears that it has are no picnic either. They are super sharp, able to cut through solid wood with ease. Pokemon number 2 is Cathlet, the Ox Pokemon. They are bold and headstrong fighters. Cathlet can often be seen ramming into each other, trying to get the upper hand. However, that can also be their biggest weakness. They believe that any problem can be solved simply by ramming into it. The flaming antlers on its head are also a good way to see how healthy this Pokemon is. The hotter those antlers burn, the more powerful your Cathlet will be. And lastly, we have Drippard, the Seabird Pokemon. Although it can technically fly, Drippard prefer to swim, hence why this Pokemon is purely water type instead of being a flying type. It is a very smug and animalistic Pokemon. it prefers to study its opponents before fighting them. In fact, it can be seen watching its prey, and then it will peck out markings on shells or rocks, which allows it to memorize what its prey does and how they work. Unfortunately, this unique way of hunting hasn't really made it that popular with other Pokémon. In fact, in the few times it has been seen in the wild, it's often picked on by other bird Pokémon. And so, these are your starter Pokémon. So, which one are you interested in picking? Oh, that one. Well then, excellent choice. May fate smile on the one that you have picked. Well, now that you have a starter Pokémon, how about the two of you have a battle together? You know, to see how well you get along with each other. Loki, could you do us a favour and be the opponent for the player? You do have a Pokémon that's roughly around the same level. Wait, me? Against this rookie? Are you joking? Pardon me, Loki, but you do realize you're a rookie too. Besides, you said you wanted to take your new Pokémon for a spin. So this might be a good chance. Well, when you put it that way, I suppose it does make some semblance of sense. Alright then, bring it on! Alright, little fella, let's see what you're made of. Go, starter! Well, this is interesting. Loki's starter Pokémon is actually one of 3 different starter Pokémon from 3 completely different regions, and the starter he picks will actually be the same type as the starter you picked. So, if you picked Caflet, he will have a Scorbunny, picking Liarlynx will mean he'll have Chespin, and if you pick Drippard, he will have Poplio. I think it's a pretty unique twist, with your rival having a starter Pokémon that's the same as yours, rather than having one that's strong or weak. Oh, you have got to be joking. Well done, lads. That was an impressive battle. I can tell that those starter Pokémon you have are working wonders already. Yeah, I think this starter Pokémon and I will get along just nicely. Even if it did lose, but still. Now, as for you, player, I'm no whiner, so I will admit you may have bested me today. But that isn't going to change the fact that I will be a better Pokémon Guild member than you. Although I do not deny your success, of course. I don't know if that was boasting or a compliment. I'll take it for what it was. Anyway, now that we're all here, I think it's about time that I hand you your guild licenses. So, here you go. With these licenses, I dub you official members of the PokéPals Guild. Congratulations to the lot of you. With that license, you'll be allowed to accept jobs throughout the entire region and help to make our beloved world a safer place. Now, something I probably should point out is your rank. You see, every guild member has a rank, and your license displays which rank you are. All trainers have to start out with the E rank, but don't worry, the more jobs you accept and the more people you help, the higher you can make your rank. You know, I think there are a handful of jobs in town that you can accept to start you off with. And if you do these side quests, you could get items and maybe even some Pokémon that are normally obtained elsewhere in the region. And, if you would like, another quick way to boost your rank is... Wait, where did Loki go? Oh, he lost interest a few minutes ago and decided to go off to do his own thing. Oh, that child. No patience at all. and I was going to ask him to do something for me as well. Regardless, Professor, I thank you for giving us the chance to join your guild. I'll make sure to do my very best so long as I'm here. Well, if I know one thing certain, is that you have nothing to fear, Rachel. A kind person like you is going to go far in this guild. Right, player, I was wondering if you could do me a favor. Since you are officially a Pokémon trainer, I think it's only necessary that I give you a Pokédex. However, I don't really have one on me at the moment, unfortunately. I kinda forgot it at my laboratory. That's what I was going to ask Loki. So, I was wondering if you could come to my house on Route 1 so I can give you your Pokédex. And, Rachel, do you think you can tell Loki to do the same too, assuming that you actually get the chance to see him again? Of course, Professor Salix. It would be my pleasure. And, thank you for the compliment. It really means a lot. My genuine pleasure, my dear. Your boyfriend was quite right about you. You would be a nice addition to this guild. Not to mention, you're quite a skilled Pokémon trainer. For someone who's just beginning. Now then, I'd best be off. See you two in a bit. So, I guess you better go to his laboratory like he asked you to. Don't worry about me, I'll be sticking around the guild for the time being, accepting whatever job I can. I hope to run into you again sometime in the future. Well, she seemed like a nice person, didn't she? So, at this point, you can pretty much do whatever you want. You could go to the professor's laboratory as he asked you to, or if you would like, you can explore the town a little bit and see what new side quests you can do. If this region was an actual Pokémon game, then there would be over 150 side quests that you would be able to do and unlock. In the meantime, you can check out the guild and interact with some of the other members, or you can check around the town some more to see what other side quests have popped up. Some examples are helping a trainer find one of their lost Pokémon, or checking out that previously mentioned furniture store and helping out with some of the problems there. But I think you guys probably want to get a move on and catch some new Pokémon, so for the sake of progression, let's continue with the story and go to Route 1. Well, here we are on the road at last. Should you ever decide to leave your town, you will be going to the short, but remarkably lush Route 1. In addition to a handful of trainers that are itching for a fight, you can also encounter quite a few Pokémon here. Some of which you've probably never seen before. One of the most common Pokémon that you'll find on this route, as well as the Cryoto region in general, is the slipper Pokémon Lemmingboo. These Pokémon are well known for their cuteness and are very common pets to have in this region. However, those of you who want to keep this Pokémon should be aware of its habits to chew on wood. Lemmingboo are covered with a thick coat of fur and fat, which makes them very soft and squishy.
Wow! Those eyes would be big on a cow.
Another common sight you can find around here is Valerie, the strike bird Pokémon. These creatures are remarkably territorial animals, and are often seen in flocks protecting their home and their own kind. If you wish to catch one for yourself, just beware of that fact, considering they can swarm their opponents like a school of piranha. However, if you do manage to capture one for yourself, it would be remarkably loyal to you, so I guess it's worth it in the end? Also, they have access to a new special ability called Flight Strike, which boosts their evasiveness every time they hit the opponent with a flying type move. Lastly, another common sight is this region's Route 1 bug type Pokémon, Chipbug. the wood grub Pokémon. Chipbug are often seen burrowing themselves in a small block of wood, not only to constantly eat said piece of wood, but to also give themselves a bit of protection, keeping their soft, vulnerable body safe until they are ready to evolve. However, as you can imagine, they are still quite vulnerable to flying Pokémon. Most notably, Valerie, who love to snack on them. So far, that's really it when it comes to new Pokémon that you can encounter at this part of the game. However, if you're not really interested in getting any new Pokémon exclusive to the region just yet, don't worry. There are still a handful of familiar faces that you can encounter on this route. Aside from these three, you can also encounter Weedle, Fletchling, Starly, Morlul, Wurmple, and, if you dig deep enough, Applin. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Professor's Laboratory. It may not look like much on the outside, but I'm sure it'll be somewhat more impressive on the inside. However, before we can go inside, there are actually a couple of things that we can check out around this area, such as a small bit of grass where we can actually find some new Pokémon. To start things off, we have Whirlicoon, the woodlice Pokémon. If it wasn't obvious, this little guy is Chipbug's evolved form, which it gains access to around level 12. To protect itself until it matures into its final form, Whirlicoon has absorbed the bark that it hid in to create a tough exoskeleton. However, despite that, it doesn't really have any other way of defending itself. So it normally prefers to dig itself into the ground and hope that its new exoskeleton can do the protection for it, at least until it becomes its final form. Similar to other regions, certain Pokémon evolve differently in the Cryoto region. The first of these many regional variants is Crytonium Centrit, a scout Pokémon. In this region, not only do Centrit have a unique tail that allows them to roll about like a wheel, but that same tail is also capable of generating electricity, which Centrit can manipulate through its special ears. Those same ears can actually plug into electronic devices, allowing this Pokémon to essentially be used as a charger. In fact, some trainers in the region will even keep a Centrit as a pet just so they can use it to charge their phones constantly. Not bad, right? Besides these two, some other Pokémon that you can find around this area are Chipbug, Lemmingboo, Valerie, Lillipup, Pichu, because, well, Pikachu has to be in every region, Growlithe, Starly, and Fletchling. Ah, player, glad to see that you could make it. Thank you for coming. Now I can finally give you that Pokédex I promised. This type of Pokédex is a little different from the ones you're probably used to. Not only does it keep track of Pokémon, but it also keeps track of your account as a guild member. Not only can you use it to keep your rank in check, but you'll also be able to keep track of the many jobs that you have been asked to do. It also helps you keep track of the number of points you have, which you collect by completing those jobs. The more of those jobs you complete, the more points you get. Get enough points and you'll be able to rank up. Kind of a unique way to rank up, if I do say so myself. This way, it's almost like you're gaining experience as well as your Pokémon. Oh, my apologies, I guess I have been rambling on a little bit. Come on, I'll get you your Pokédex. Come inside. Oh, well, remember what I said earlier about it looking more impressive on the inside? Yeah, I take that back, because, well, this looks absolutely cluttered. I mean, with all this garbage everywhere and what have you, I mean, not only does it act like a little bit of a maze, but you can even find some wild Pokémon in here. No joke. Throughout the mess, you can find Rattata, Shelmet, Spinarak, and Trubbish. Yeah, sorry about the mess. I know it gets a little cluttered in here sometimes. Okay, all the time. But I do kind of forget to tidy up now and again. Regardless, this is technically what I study. See, normally, professors usually dedicate their research to Pokémon and some aspects about Pokémon. You know, like their moves, evolution, all that sort of stuff. What I study is the items that support a Pokémon. You know, items that could boost their abilities, or perhaps boost the power of their moves, or perhaps items that support a Pokémon in a way, or support its evolution. Basically, I look at how those items affect Pokémon, and how they can support them in different ways. I even look at the more unique items sometimes, like Z-crystals, or Megastones. Another thing I like to do is experiment, try to create my own unique items, some of which have already been deployed in the Galar region and are being shipped off all around the world by one of this region's biggest companies, Nidoqueen. Oh, there I go rambling again. Alright, I think I've stalled you for long enough. As promised, here is your brand new Pokédex. Right, now that that's sorted, all I have to do is give Loki his. Hopefully he should be on his way here right about now. In the meantime, you can just do what you can in order to get your rank to the highest it can be. The highest rank possible for a guild member is the S rank. However, if you want to capture some more Pokémon or look for some more jobs to do, you could always explore elsewhere. I believe that the nearest town from here, besides Robin Town, would be Columbity City. Yeah, that's the one. There should be a handful of jobs there that you could probably try to take care of. The region's always in need of help, you know. Speaking of that city, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Hello? Professor Selix? Are you home? Oh, of course! Now I remember what I was forgetting. Come on, player. There's someone who I'd like you to meet. Ah, my dear Professor, you are home. Forgive me, was I interrupting something? Oh, of course not, Four. I always have time for my highest-ranking guild member. Of course. Allow me to introduce the two of you to one another. Four, this is Player, one of the newest members of our guild. Player, this is Four. As I've said, he is our highest-ranking guild member. It's great to see you back after all this time, old friend, but what brings you to this neck of the woods? Oh, why I couldn't stay away from my old guild for long. Besides, I did that errand that you wanted me to do while I was out. Oh, so you managed to get those armor fragments then? Why, of course I did, although getting a hold of them definitely wasn't easy. Here you go. Thank you, Four. This'll do wonders for my research. I hope you didn't run into too much trouble trying to get a hold of these things. Me? Trouble? Oh, my dear friend, I eat trouble faster than a Munchlax on buffet day. Quicker than that, I assume. I would have figured that you'd come back much later. How goes the gauntlet that I gave you anyway? Excellent. Top quality. I expected nothing more from the finest mind around these parts. Professor Salax, you wanted to see... Oh. It's you. Hold on a second. Do you two know each other? Oh! Of course we do! Hello there, baby brother. How do you stand in the adult world? I stand just fine, thank you very much. And now that I'm an official guild member, I can start working my way up to the Cryoto colony. You know, that nice little position which you oh so joyfully declined. Oh, come now, little Luffy. You're not still mad about that, are you? Well, before recently, I normally would. But now that I'm an official guild member, I can work my way up to the position that you so happily refused. Well, as proud as I am for you finally becoming an official guild member, I still don't think the Double C's line of work is best suited for you. At least not yet. It's grown-up stuff. So why don't you mind your own business at a smaller level? Ugh, you frustrate me sometimes. Ugh, you know what? Fine. I'm a Pokémon trainer now, which means I have the ability to prove to you that I'm worthy enough. Battle me, brother, if you dare. Oh, please, dear little Luffy. I'm afraid the Pokémon that I have are on a much higher level than the ones that you have. I would easily win in a battle between the two of us. Although, as far as I'm aware, I believe that the player should be on your skill level. So how about you prove to me your worth in a battle against him instead? Fine then. If it makes you see the truth, then I'll gladly accept this challenge. I've been itching for a rematch against this nobody anyway. Alright, player, let's battle! You'll be no match for me this time. Go, Lillipup! Oh, confounded thing! Oh, well, that Lillipup is still new. I guess I do need to give it a bit more training. No matter, this will take care of you. Go, Starter! What? Oh, blast it all! Don't laugh, brother. Don't you dare laugh. Well, my say, Loki. I thought you were worthy of joining the Double C. You do realize they only accept the most elite trainers, you know. You have to be at least an A rank in order to get a chance of joining their guild. And yet, you can't even beat a trainer who's no more new than you. Oh, fear not, little Luffy. Once you're big and strong like me, you'll be able to join any guild that you like. In the time being, try to stick with trainers that are more your level. Does being big and strong like you mean I have to have a mind as dumbfounded as a slacking? You know what they say, slow and steady wins the race. Alright, that's it, I've had it. Professor, can I just get this Pokédex off of you so I can be off? Well, if that's what you want, Loki, but don't you want to say goodbye to your brother or something? I would rather look in the back of a Shedinja. Now come on. Well, if you insist. Sorry, player, I'll have to go. If you ever need me, I'll either be here or at the guild. I might even have an assignment or two for you to do. In the meantime, I'll let you get on. Toodle pip. Whoa, 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 hold on there, player. You didn't think I would let you leave without congratulating you first, did you? In which case, those were excellent battling skills, if I do say so myself. You definitely aren't that bad for a rookie, and from a high-ranking Pokémon trainer like myself, that's saying a lot. I have a feeling you're going to go far as a member of the Poképal Guild. Now if you excuse me, I think I'm going to head back to Robin Town. I got a few friends I'd like to catch up with there. Hopefully I'll see you around there sometime too. Phew, what a way for a Pokemon journey to begin. We're an official member of a Pokemon guild, we got our first Pokemon, got introduced to some of our rivals, and we got introduced to the guild's highest member. Still though, what was Professor Salix going on about these armor fragments? And what exactly is the Cryoto colony? Well, I think all of these answers we're going to have to find out next time, as our journey through Cryoto continues.